everyone. How are you all doing on this fine Christmas Eve? And welcome on in. Go ahead and say hello to everyone in the chat. METX151, Fish, PGK, James, Anime Cold Dragon, TRK, Some Numbers, Blaine, Aiden, The Rock, The Switchback, which you're also in my Discord call, which I'm going to unmute in just a second. Trainz, Buffin Gaming 66, John Fitch, J. Lucas, Chad. I'm not even going to try to pronounce your name, my dude, but hello. And Terry Bolden. Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing well out there. Me make sure that this is going to be playing the way that I want it to be playing. We done heard that song. Hush. Turn that down just a wee bit, just to have some background. And joining me now, and from the Discord, we have the Swirly and the Allegheny from the Switchback.
Hello.
All right, so gentlemen, we're on the very first session here. So this is what we got going on. Please follow all the speed limits and instructions. The main road crossing rules are still in effect and must be followed. You'll have to manually set your driver, Andrew, in the driver menu. This is due to an issue with Ben Neal's script. Alright. So we topped up with water and coal. Let's head up to here. Alright, so we're going to have to get Andrew. There he is.
Hello, Andrew.
Hello, Andrew.
He's a dapper fellow.
Alright. So, we already hit control 8. Section 1, come on, stay on. I am not about to use my Road Robber on a Steamlock mod, just letting you all know that.
Yeah, I don't advise it.
Not permissible. Wasn't in the track authority for today.
Wasn't in the track authority for today?
No.
Heard that Trainz is coming to Xbox. Yes, you are correct on that. And yes, to Jacques. Yes, this is a narrow gauge route. You guys, what was the actual inches here going on here?
This is 30 inch.
30 inch. Can I play the Riverton on it? Bro, I don't know. I don't think so.
People have made this route standard gauge before. We do not advise on that, but people have done it.
It upsets me, but...
I think it's really cool. I don't think narrow gauge gets a lot of representation in trains.
Yeah, definitely.
I heard Mr. Switchback caused the wreck of the number 9.
It's number 8, Chad.
So we're gonna be playing through playing through the sessions that come along with the route, and we're gonna allow chat to ask any questions that they may have about the route, Well, I'm just gonna be showing off everything and showing off what, how this is all gonna play out. Whew. You said there was two with steam locomotives and 2 with diesel locomotives. Is that correct?
Correct. So the sessions are set up to represent the 2 eras the route is meant to represent: the end of Common Carrier and the beginning of the tourist era. So the two Common Carrier era ones is a full train up to the Nesquehoning mine, and the other one is switching around the yard here now. Then the tourist era ones, you have this one, and then there is a rescue scenario. So the train breaks down along the line. Yeah, they set the engine off, and you have to take the train the rest of the way down. Yeah.
Very cool. So, can you give us any insight as to which train that we are coupling up to today?
Yes. Once you clear the marker, it should appear to where you will couple. It's going to be the coaches right there with the open air.
Ah, okay.
And the shed. So I tried to give it like that East Broad Top kind of feel, where there's just hoppers everywhere because there's nowhere else for them to go.
Right. So this would be version 3? That is correct, right? This is version 3 of this
Yes. Yeah, this is V3.
Yeah, V1 was originally done in Tane V1 was the first route we ever did. That was in it for the Switchback.
It was actually me and Eric's first route ever.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, things have come a lot farther from there. V2 was meant for just 19, but V3 is a full redo of the route to set it into the modern-ish era.
Oh, okay.
So this represents the late 60s up until through the 70s. Yeah, yes, the tender does have the words Hatchet Creek.
Most modern route?
That's a good question.
Would
I want to say
It
Old
would've-
Fort.
it be 04? Yeah, I think 04 would be.
It would be Old Fort and the 80s Saluda.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't broken into the modern era yet, but God bless my witness, we will one day.
I mean,
We're working on it. We've got a few.
There's a few. The modern routes take the longest because everything is. We have a lot of stuff for it. The Oasis too, yeah. The Oasis kind of just set in just an era. You can kind of run anything in.
Yeah, being an Oasis is kind of a generic route.
Yeah, so. But like time wise, yeah, I would say probably Saluda.
I would say
Old Fort.
Saluda or Old Fort. Yeah, definitely.
this time you have to guess where I made the longest train. I don't know, Sligman. You know, plan to do an NJT route of any sorts.
We do. There's one.
Yes. There's a project I was working on a while back, but I haven't touched it in a while. The other one would be my fictional Camino, which is set in NJ, but it's not NJT. It's fictional NJT.
If it were real, it would probably be NJT.
Yes. If it was real, it would be 100%.
Bird.
Positively New Jersey.
Bird jump
There's a
scare.
Bird jump scare. The Eastern Shore Railroad in Virginia would be funny. what's funny about it. My personal favorites that I like, this is from what I've played whenever I do get to sit down and actually play the game. My personal favorites from you guys have to be Saluda, Old Fort, and be an Oasis. I have played the living crap out of those routes whenever I get to sit down and play. Because a lot of times I don't get to sit down and play because I've just been busy with a lot of different stuff.
Well, the thing about about Hatchet V3 is we really wanted to not only upgrade Hatchet, but we wanted it to feel more like a living space. In the past, we really haven't had the capability to do that.
Right.
However, now with this upgrade, we've brought the things that we've learned as route builders from other people into the route that me and Eric originally started with, and it's all come full circle with Hatchet Creek V3 because the original Hatchet was also released on Christmas. So.
Oh, that's very nice.
So, but yeah, so overall, it's just become. I don't know. I hope that people enjoyed this route more than in the past because I have to admit it has been rather lackluster in the previous iterations of it.
Yeah.
But this is like nothing like any of the other versions. I think anyone who's played any of the previous versions of the route will download this and will think, wow, like we really went in on this route. There's custom signs on this route. There's a custom engine. So there's just quite a few things that we've really tried to upgrade not only ourselves but also this route.
That's really cool. Just from what I'm seeing so far, it looks absolutely beautiful.
You said it before the stream when we were flying around. You're like the sounds.
The sounds.
That was like that was one of the big pushes for me. It was like it has to feel like the birds.
Has to feel like it's alive.
Animal. It has to feel better than it has. It felt empty. It needs to feel like there's things. It's a forest. You're in the forest. It needs to feel like you're in the forest. There's little scenes like there's deer, but deer are not like right next to the tracks, like out on like back further, so they're where they would normally be if there was a train before they ran away.
And that's the thing, like I wanted things like that. I wanted more animals. I wanted because it's a forest. Like there are bears around. There's bears like on the edge of the forest by the tracks and that. So it's not like you're just going through trees. Like there's interesting sounds, there's birds, there's animals around, and there's little scenes here and there. Like that's one of the hardest things for me as a route builder was like doing this and just like what do I do with all this dead space? What do I put here? Especially going through the forest. What do you do? I mean, nothing really happens in a forest. So you just gotta kind of get creative and look around and see what kind of assets are available to create a more atmospheric and inviting session, or just even a free roam. Just if you're just looking around the route, you can't really afford to just have it be nothing anymore. So
yeah, standards went up.
Standards did go up, 100%, but it really does feel alive. Like I love the use of the STR MEMS. Myself as a route builder, I have been using a lot of them here as of late as well because it took me a while to figure out, but like they have their LODs, is what makes it so much better to use.
Yeah.
Especially much more better to use than anything default. Now you do give up the ability to do anything seasonal, but it's still I think it's a fairly nice trade-off. It looks really, really nice.
Yeah. Also watching it, I'm glad that you were I'm glad that you're running this session, Chris, because I'm going to write down the times you make all your stops, so I can make sure the timetable, everything's adjusted for the times.
Oh.
You
well,
might want to clear your thing there.
Yeah, I know. I was taking a drink of water. But
no, you're good, because I'm watching you, because, like, you know, you're doing, like, the 5 miles an hour backing up and all, like, everything, like you should, and I'm like, oh, cool, I forgot, like, it's... Let me time it accordingly so you can do it right.
You know, you gotta stop for this crossing. I'm also putting that into... That's why I'm not really getting up to the 10 miles an hour, because you gotta bring it to a stop anyway.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I have it, when I tested it, I had it just at 10 miles an hour through it, so, like, just to see if it worked. So, this will be good to figure out the times for the timetable. Make it accurate.
I see someone's asked if we're doing anything related to CSX. Yesn't, I'd say. We do have a fictional, is it fictional? Cheese's route?
It's... I believe the line. I believe it. Yeah, I believe it is.
Is it the one that's based off of my hometown?
Clinchfield, yeah.
Yeah, I'm Tennessee.
Yeah, so we do have a Clinchfield, a fictional Clinchfield route at the moment, which Cheese, who created Saluda and Old Fort, is working on a Clinchfield route right now, which is, I suppose, CSX. He runs a lot of CSX on it. So.
It's like that. It's like that transition from early CSX. That's the era.
Yeah, it's like transition from Chessie, like into
the Chessie and the Seaboard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there, right in that mix, that era to like CSX.
That's awesome.
It's like it's. I will say he's done a very good job.
It is very good. It is turning out really well.
Yeah, the last time that we got to hang out, he showed me some bits and pieces of it, and it looked really, really nice.
And I could also say for whoever's watching stream, he has nearly completed it. So once Hatchet is out, that will be something we will be putting out not too long after as well. Not like within the week, but a few months later. So that's something else to look forward to from us.
I'm really glad I got those. I'm really glad I got those coaches stuff done.
Yes. The red pops.
Trying to do like a drone.
I was originally going to do them.
Disappeared.
All
right. I wasn't expecting that. The bird just vanished.
I was originally going to do the coaches in an EBT style with the green and the orange windows, but then I decided that even though it's within the same universe as the EBT and like owned by the same people, I still wanted Hatchet to have its own identity from the EBT. I didn't just want this to feel like it was, you know, the same railroad, essentially. And that is also something I don't know if it's worth mentioning. We also do have another route that actually goes along with Hatchet Creek. I'm working on it at the moment. It's the East Broad Top Hatchet Creek branch.
Ooh.
Because the East Broad Top did have an interchange with the Hatchet Creek, where the dump is on this route. Previously, in other versions of the route, it actually is the EBT interchange, but since this version of the route occurs at a later date, obviously it's after EBT left on the carrier service, so the interchange no longer exists. It's not really so much as an interchange, I guess, it's more of a trans, but I do plan on doing that, which will the EBT branch will be a standalone route, but it will also be able to be merged with Hatchet Creek. So if someone wants to run the trains in conjunction with it, they can.
That'd be cool. Just climb aboard here. Hello, Auto 8. How are you doing? Hello, Hagen Brian. Oh, crap. I did forget to do something. I forgot to do this. I forgot to put. I need to do this. Edit. There we go. So if everyone updates their description, the description should be updated. Oh, what the heck? Description should be updated to include the Switchback website. There.
Yes. It's my favorite is still, no matter when I watch you stream, this is Trainz Classic.
This is Trainz Classic?
Yeah, it says that's how it says you're playing right now.
What the hell?
Every time.
I put TRS-22 is the game.
No, I believe you. I believe you. I just see see that every time.
YouTube is really strange like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Like the other day we played Run 8, and it detected Run 8 as Train Simulator 2. Microsoft Train Simulator 2.
Interesting. Yeah, something I just wanted to point out, something that I like about Hatchet is you start off here in Hatchet at the yard and everything, but I'm really happy with how the scenery came out. I guess is what the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, it looks really beautiful.
I'm really happy with, like, this area. The Hatchet is really nice, but if you think this is the best part of the route, you've got some other very nice scenes along the line.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm really, personally, I'm really happy with Crystal Falls, which we'll see later on. With the new bridge asset that I decided to replace the old one with. But I also worked on the waterfall a little bit there, try to make it a little bit more interesting and nice. What else did I do? Oh, there's a bed and breakfast at Crystal Falls that we actually used one of Brahms' assets on, because the previous one just felt a little dated. So, but I'm really, really, really happy with how this scene turned out on this route. Like, very happy.
Ah, that's cool. All right.
It blew the whistle thingy, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, the whistle blew.
Okay. I'm sorry, I found that sound and I lost my mind.
That is really, really cool.
So is this just a run up to Nesquehoning and then it ends, or is it a run up and back?
It is a run. It's a run up and back. So when you get up to Nesquehoning, you have to wire the engine around and come back, and then you have to wire. Then they do. I had them do what they do on the EBT at East here in Hatchet, and they bring the whole train up the Y and back it down and bring it back. I had them do that.
Yeah, that was the intent.
But I don't have them. I don't have it do it when they're like on EBT. They detrain, then they do the Y. They don't do it with you on the train. I had them do the stop first.
If you know how to manipulate the drone camera, really cool views.
Oh, that is nice.
That's really cool. What the hey? Wow, that's really pretty.
That'd be really nice for going over the bridge at Crystal.
Oh yeah, for sure. Alright, we're riding along now. Now, the only thing about this camera is that your camera still moves whenever your train is taking a curve, so you gotta readjust yourself every now and then.
It's still locked on the position.
It's still locked in the position, though. Also to everyone in the chat and to everyone out there celebrating Merry Christmas Eve. From all of us here at WIT and the Switchback.
Yes. Merry Christmas Eve. I can't believe it. Christmas is tomorrow.
Why is that song playing? We ain't in the stream yet.
Which one of us, bro?
Go ahead.
I think it's you, maybe. Well, you're also being very quiet, Eric. You know, need to be more boisterous.
Sorry.
I need to turn your mic up. Very difficult to hear you. Here, let me also do this because my default audio is turned down.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Wait, I'm turned down?
Yeah, Brahm says that it's yours that's difficult to hear you.
Alright, so I'll just put my, wait a minute. I know what it is. Oh, no. I never changed that mic, did I? No, that mic's been changed. Huh. I should be on default mic.
I can hear you fine in the stream now.
Well, my mic was a little further away, so I just put it up right against me. Sometimes I forget to move it closer. Well, it's a Shure SM7B, and so like it has to be in a certain position for it to get my voice clearly, and I just didn't have it in the right position.
Also, I just want to point out, if you go back where you just came from, I really like that sign that I put in.
Which sign?
Right there in the corner. There's a curve in the road.
Oh, okay.
No, the other direction, Chris.
The other
Going
direction.
towards Hatchet.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm just lost. Okay, hey, there you go. Very nice.
Yeah, I really like that one.
Look what a freaking grade we're about to hit.
Yeah, that was kind of the whole thing. That's kind of part of the lore of the railroad, is that instead of twisting and winding their way up into the mountains, they were just like, we'll just throw engines on them, and you know, they found that to be the faster alternative to just, you know, taking a bunch of track out and around.
Let's just take the southern approach to it.
Yeah, that's what they did. They just took the southern approach and said, we'll just go right up the thing.
This is really pretty. I love this farm scene.
Yeah, I threw in some crops in there because they were all empty. So the ones that looked hydrated, threw in some crops. You know, things grow out there.
Sometimes.
Lots of cows, lots of moo-moos.
I like the little, I forget what these things are technically called.
Pump jack.
Yeah.
Those are from V2.
There's like 3 of them up this little hollow road that I live on. But they're pumping natural gas.
Nice.
Speeding.
Yeah, so it's 15 up the grade, and then it's 5 across the bridge and the Y at East Union. Well, really, it's 15 to go down the grade, but, you know,
Yeah.
Trainz.
It returned.
Now we
Sorry.
can.
Sorry if my family has disrupted the streams.
No, you're fine. Oh. Ooh. Explore a little bit. I love how it genuinely sounds that the engine is doing her best right now.
Yeah. These engines, when you run, not in DCC mode, but when you run them in cab mode, Braum actually scripted them so that the smoke particles actually change in height and such, with as hard
Wow.
as the engine's working.
I am not skilled enough to run a steam engine in realistic mode. Call it a skill issue, if you will.
I felt that.
I don't think these have interiors fitting.
I don't know if they do or not. I don't think they do.
What, the coaches? I don't believe so.
Yeah, I don't think they do. These are just the straight up Neil ones. I didn't do like any kind of modified anything. I did add the JR rolling sounds to the trucks of the coaches though.
Yeah, they sound good. And then, I mean, if you heard any of my slack sounds, that's just my own modification I've done to Trainz itself. It does it for all, like, anything. But I just wanted to try to make the game sound as genuine as possible. I have broken a lot of stuff doing that, but I've learned a lot of stuff too.
Yeah, if you haven't bricked up every single freight car in your library, have you really done it right? Oh, something I wanted to point out with this session, since you're getting close to the bridge, once you hit the 5-mile-per-hour section, if you go back to Hatchet, there's currently an AI train switching around the yard.
I was about to say, I see something happening back there.
Yeah, I have it set up so the idea was when you're sitting there at the station boarding, since you're not actually boarding, I figured it'd give you something to watch.
Oh, okay.
Something's going on, like you finally cleared the yard, now they can start working around the yard.
I understand why this is 5 miles an hour. Is these is this new section a bridge? Is that why that looks cleaner? That's cool.
Yes. So originally so they had to replace sections of the bridge due to land subsidence under the viaduct. So
that's cool. I like that little touch.
And that's why it's 5 miles an hour.
Well, let's run back here real quick, see what's going on in the yard. Or did I break it?
No, he's over there. Look over at the car shop. You see the two little Grady?
No, back by the roundhouse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, he's just doing a little something.
So is this line for me to go? Yes, okay. So we're going to pull in here, stop, board our passengers, and then we'll Y the steam engine first?
No,
here,
you're not done yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, from
the
here you're
Y.
gonna continue.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
no,
okay, yeah, I see.
There are 3 Ys on this route.
Oh, okay.
So the East Union Y is what connects to the Clinton branch, which is the abandoned section of the line over there. When it used to run.
Yeah. That is just... What the... Did the water
and
just...
it's trains.
The water
In
is
V
bad.
in V2 that line exists, I believe.
Yes.
I love that right there. That is cool. I say that right there is tricky, isn't it?
It's just super elevation. It's just a lot of spline points, so it's yeah, it's a lot of fun. But it's not too bad. I loved it because I've seen that before on some of the older bridges around near me, and I'm like, I love that.
That
When
is-
the track
that
is
is
just
really cool.
twisted and all
Yeah.
the boards fill out. Oh, that's my favorite.
Because I believe Scratchy done a little scene just like that on his Cold Country. With
Yeah,
the bridge falling into disrepair.
Mm-hmm.
Which one of these church bells are going nuts? I bet it's this.
Oh, that's
model.
the yeah. That's the school. Yeah, it's the school. School's going nuts.
And as the passengers board, the water is going right through me, so I gotta take running. Been drinking a lot of water here lately, trying to get away from all the
Really?
pop.
You and the steam locomotive are both going through the water.
Mm-hmm.
New non-release.
That is kind of accurate, right? Because every time I've seen steam locomotives run anywhere, I mean, in terms of like passenger service or whatever, a bell is always ring whenever they're pulling into a station. Kind of like a warning that, like, hey, get out of the way. At least that's how I'm imagining it in my head right now.
Yeah, no, they do.
$5:15. I think I'm a little late. These are Amtrak numbers. Alright, well, I heard him whistle, but I really have to use the restroom really quick, so
You're fine.
I'm gonna pause, that way you can keep track of your time.
Yeah, he left around 5:15 or 5:50. G25 departure.
Alright, I'm back. Oh, goodness gracious.
Welcome back.
Norm release more rolling stock? Jesus. All this stuff happening.
Southern coal guns.
I also got
Very
a
nice.
gondola release coming. Well, it's not a gondola, it's Beth Gone.
Death guns are always appreciated.
Get some Ice cream?
Ah, yes, the penguin.
Ooh. Another big trestle coming along here.
So East Union used to be where the locomotive facility was before Hatchet Creek had their facility built. So now it's just a spot where the snow plows are stored and all that stuff. It's like maintenance yard now. Yeah, all heavy maintenance is now done in Hatchet. But that's why the shed's still there.
Hold up. Press F5 on this one.
Look at her go.
That is pretty. Screenshot. Up. Nice. Hi. There's another one.
Back-to-back trestles.
Yeah. These coaches are included in the route, are they not? Or are they a separate standalone?
They'll be separate. They'll be separate rolling stock, but they'll be coming out
alongside the route.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Pause real quick. Keep that shredded wheat away from Eric. Eric, do you have a problem with shredded wheat?
I enjoy shredded wheat. There's nothing wrong with enjoying a little shredded wheat. Hey, sugar on it. There's nothing wrong with it. Chad's just a professional hater. I think that speaks volumes. Up on Mahoney.
He is a certified hater.
Oh, excuse me. How could I be so forgetful?
I
I
take
was a
it.
hater university.
I take it that this isn't a stop on the way up.
Nope. Actually, pull your HUD up. You should be up on the marker for it, I believe.
No. Oh, no one has requested us to stop. We can continue on the line. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So this station and the next station you'll come up on are their flag stops. So only as requested. The only stops that are on the schedule are Hatchet, East Union, and Westwood.
Oh, okay.
Crystal Falls is a very popular flag stop during the summer months.
Going by the trees, I would say it's a summer month.
It's hot out there. I can feel it.
Yeah.
It's muggy.
Very muggy. It's summertime in Trainz.
Summertime, the Christmas.
It's Christmas in July. Alright.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah! I like that.
Ooh.
Corn.
We are losing the war on Christmas because of the Switchback.
Be quiet, Chad. Harassing us.
Hello, Train Master, and a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Ooh, I like this. I want to say mudslide at some point.
Yes. So that got washed out, so brand new.
Brand new. Merry Chrysler. Merry Christmas.
Oh my goodness gracious me, is that Mr. NAPHU?
It's Nepu.
Still there also.
Ooh, getting better. Someone putting those up on a drawing line. It really captures the time era that you're in.
Yeah, you gotta no wash, no dryers.
Just buckets and
hang 'em
lime.
up. Yep, just hang them up.
My grandmother still uses a line. She has a dryer. She uses a dryer, but she prefers to use a line.
Yeah, that's how my parents are. They'll use the dryer. But in the summertime, they'll put like the sheets and stuff out in the line.
Mm-hmm.
They dry better for the air. That's what they tell me. Like, okay. Okay. It's dry. Works. We're now approaching Crystal Falls.
I think I can hear Crystal Falls. Save electricity in the summer by letting the wash hang dry. Hello, just sand.
It's true, you do be saving money. Gotta run that air conditioner. Some of the files I need on USA. So, the good news is I did talk to Audio a while ago and got permission to rehost most of that stuff that was on USA Trainz. So that will be coming with the next release, which something to look forward to. I know there's a lot of routes that use that stuff that's just, the links are dead.
Make a brief stop here. Okay.
Yeah, the houses, the garages, anything that was on USA Trainz will be rehosted on PSP.
Ba, ba, ba.
Good times. Can't go too far.
Alright, chat, sing along. I won't get a copyright strike if you guys sing it.
If you type it out, you can avoid disaster.
Exactly. Well, 5 minutes late.
Honestly, it's not. The timing isn't as off as I thought. With all this, isn't as bad as I thought it would be.
If I didn't take so much time in the yard, but you know.
No, but I even accounted for that, and it's still like 5 minutes. That's not bad. This is. I just had the debug mode on. I just had to, like, I just hit when the speed limit changed. I slowed down, sped up, and held shift. Just
there you
went to
go.
the next marker. I just wanted to make sure everything worked, because setting up, making sessions, not very fun.
This is a 1950s model golf cart.
Oh, you know, it's the 60s, 70s. It's close enough. You know, they had golf carts.
They had golf carts, yeah. I love the coal mine back there. If that even is a coal mine that I'm looking at.
Yeah, that's the mine.
But Eric, we have a 3-wheeled golf cart.
Do we have a 3-wheel golf? There are no 3-wheel. That's not even a thing.
I just love the sound.
The ambiance of just nature.
Yeah, exactly. While the engine is in the background, just trying your best to make it up the hill. I'm down, Jeffro. Too fast.
Couldn't get ice cream, Chad. Just had to be.
Still disappointed we didn't get the ice cream. All persons except employees of the Norfolk and Western Railway Company when performance of their duties are forbidden to enter the tunnel. Very nice. Tunnel scene.
Wrong railroad, but you know.
And JQ, no, not yet. I do like the use. I didn't really think of that, but I do like the use. Or is this just one asset? That's just one asset, isn't it? And I'm just being dumb.
The tunnel portal is one asset, but it doesn't have the black for the tunnel portal. It's just nothing.
Right.
You can see right through it for a regular tunnel, but since it wasn't set up like that, we just used black to cover it up. But yeah, that's just one. It's a track. It's a track object. So it just snaps
okay.
up. I think it's a CL asset, something like that. It's meant for like I think it's meant for like 2-foot stuff. But it's big enough to fit the 30-inch stuff. That's the crazy lore. All of the investors backing Hatchet Creek were just NW. Some photos. Plot twist. So in turn, therefore, Hatchet Creek would be a PR property for a little bit. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's not canonical. We're not adding that, but it's crazy. Oh, Camino? Oh, man. I would say probably sometime in the near future. I still have a lot to do, as the towns just take a long, long time to work on.
And also, thank you for being a member for 4 months.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, yeah, it just takes a while, and I haven't really worked on it since we've been working on Hatchet. Try and get this rocking and rolling. Which, you know, like Austin said earlier, I'm very happy with the scenery. I really, the grass is my favorite. I went through and I went through as many different splines as I could to be like, no, this is different. No, this is better. This is just like the mix, the tall grass and the low grass.
It looks really pretty.
Yes, Heath. I do plan on posting more videos. I haven't had a chance to. I still gotta work on the Hatchet video.
After this. Chad was just like, is this positively New Jersey?
It's gonna be positively New Jersey. I really do want to get Camino done. It's been a long project of mine. It was what I started doing in Trainz when I first started my channel and everything just by myself a while before the Switchback.
Right.
So I would like to finish it just so people can enjoy it. 'Cause I do think it'll pair. If you guys like this, then I think you guys will really like Camino.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's all I can say. Yeah, don't worry, man. There is a distinct lack of commuter northeastern stuff that, you know, I enjoy as much as there are many other people that do. But it takes a while. The cities have to look like cities.
Exactly.
Can't just throw a handful of buildings around, call it day. No, they didn't blow up the chicken van in Philly last night, Chad. Stop it. Yay.
First. It's a huge facility.
30 at its peak, 30 car trains every day.
Wow.
In this area, it would be 3 times a week. At least that's how I have it set up. At least that's how I have it set up for the sessions. It would be 3 times a week, twice a day.
Wow.
But this area, it's drying up and it's starting to. The end is near. Just.
Oh no.
And I have it that after there's some mechanical failures within the main conveyor systems, it's a lost cause. There's no point.
Yeah.
It shuts down for good.
I've sad to say, I've actually seen that happen. Recent, actually. So much of it was just such in disrepair that no one wants to buy it. So it's abandoned.
Where's that on the EK?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. No one wants to run it. No real point in getting the coal out of there because there's not much left. Just sits.
It just sits and rots away.
Yep.
And then eventually, oh, that's not out. And eventually somebody in the 21st century buys it, sells it off for scrap, reclaims the land, and it's like it was never there to begin with.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I imagine would be happening around here. Is that I imagine this is more like Robertsdale and on the EBT, where it was just this massive facility of coal and hoppers, steam, and then now it's just trees. It's barely recognizable for what it was. Like, that's how I imagine Hatchet is now.
Yeah, just 2 minutes off that time. It worked so far. After allowing the passengers to train, let's decouple from the train, run around the Y, and head back onto the train to boarding. T and forward.
Yay!
Make it around the Y. Stop and reverse. Cool.
Oh, you're using a rail driver for this?
If you can use the throttle on a rail driver for your DCC mode. But
I was wondering. I've been looking at like the percentages, and I was like, it's just. I was like, he's moving that like freely. I'm like, but how? He's not like clicking on it. That explains it all now. Magnolia line, mostly off-screen build. Made about 70 miles of main line, branch line, and scenery in the last 3 months. Very nice. Oh, I didn't go for that process. I was reading. I hear crows going nuts. Oh, a diamond. Yeah, so here in these so in V2, there is 2 industries on that other track where the diamond is that's no longer there. And that's where all that overgrown reclaimed land is over there.
Ah.
Yeah, the lore is the city owns that now, and that's why there's a fire department there, because the city's building its own new services and stuff like that.
Very nice. That's it. Oop, I hear cicadas.
Isn't it great?
Absolutely.
That is the plan, is to do after this, I plan on going back to V2 and making it look more like how this does. So now you can enjoy V2 as well, so you can see the comparison between the two. Plus then the scenery on there will also translate onto the East EVT branch and all the other stuff for Hatchet.
Oh yeah. play the heck out of V2. Very nice.
Yeah, V2 was fun. V2's a good one. I really do want to redo that though. 'Cause I think the Clinton branch like this would be very, very cool.
No, there's still co-operation as of right now.
Yeah, the typos all are set up so you can, even without the session, if you just, when you get the route, if you don't make the sessions, you can just set up AI trains if you would like to just run from the mine and load, because all the industries are set up to work now. You can also load fuel, like coal and water, onto the steam locomotives as well. Brom has a very, very nice Poge water column. It's very nice, so you can actually load the engines with fuel if you would like, which I find, I don't know, I always find that really neat. Little things like that. It's like, oh, you can fuel it up, cool. But you've seen them around the route up at East Union. I think there's one. Oh, there's not one here because it's water tank. But there's two in Hatchet besides the one in the yard, and there's two at East Union. Very nice asset. Those will be coming out. I believe Christmas, tomorrow. So, if not, it's New Year's, I believe.
Oh, very nice.
Well, very soon. Definitely a big upgrade over some of the older water columns that are on the DLS.
Note on the columns, the current versions of the HCR engines use my own water witch. Will not work with the column. That is getting fixed when we have our New Year release. There you go. Give them a look though. I'm interested to see his reaction to them. Make sure that you probably hear Petticoat Junction, but this is never easy.
Just a quiet little town.
Absolutely. With the quiet of the town being disrupted ever so slightly by the noises of the Hatchet Creek.
Yep. Every few hours, the town is lively with the sound of steam.
Mm-hmm.
No, the Northerns are not based off of any real narrow gauge locomotive. It's actually just a mini standard gauge locomotive.
It's a standard gauge locomotive that's been turned narrow gauge.
Yeah, that's like it was when Neil did it. It was this. It didn't. What he was trying to originally make, I forget what it was, but it didn't come out. It wasn't shaped correctly, so he just put the 2-axle truck on the front and made it a Northern and just made it narrow gauge.
That's awesome. Also, hey, thank you for the $10. Thank you for the super chat there. Merry Christmas to you too, buddy.
The real Hatchet Creek Northern would have been more like the EBT mics in their shape and appearance. Big mics.
Now that I've conned Chance back into Trainz, I wonder if we can get him to model some shays. That'd be cool.
There is the one little shape, but that's not. You don't get to use that, sadly. This is.
Be nice to have some some newer modeled shades for the newer games. You know what I mean? I know there's some shades out there. Their models are just not to par with standards anymore. Train has no driver.
Oh, interesting.
What the?
Okay.
There you go.
This is.
Whoa, right on time.
Oh, it's weird that it did that.
It's strange.
Okay. That's crazy. You were literally right on time.
Oh. I've yet to spy any deer or bear, though. Like, I know you said they were further into the forest, but, like, I've yet to spy any.
They're out there, I promise you. They're not too deep in there. They're, like, near the tree line. Or it's near where the tree line is. They're just a little bit deeper than, like, out in the open. Just...
It can be. But I am not an expert at driving steam locomotives in cab mode.
Yeah, I'm the same here. I can't do it. This is. If you get it all working for me, I can maintain it, but I can't start it. This is.
Some numbers. Speaking English. I just realized if you can read this, you are cool. Spelled backwards. Yeah, but it's unnecessary. Dude, the 30 days Neil took from SA, correct? The Northerns are completely of his own invention, though. That is cool. He's speaking in the tongues of the ancients.
Sadly, we couldn't use the gondola that we have for the route, but we would have used because it's a vaporware. But the open air car is still very nice. I've been a big fan of those for a long time.
Yeah, rock slide.
They get the little. Oh yeah. So over here would have been this, or that Shay I mentioned would have been. This is the remnants of the Eastern Logging and Lumber Company.
Wow.
So this would have been a log camp out here that would have run cars up to Nesquehoning and interchanged with the Hatchet Creek. It was all privately owned.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that would have closed in like the 40s. So it's been like, you know, a couple years. So a lot of trees have grown back and stuff like that. But it's fully abandoned. Yeah. And then Hatchet Creek has had the line, kept the track up to there until the mudslide came through and it, you know.
Found a deer.
Ah, there you go, you found one. Epic.
You can hear the cars buckling up back there. They're going down the grade now.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, I've made quite a mess.
Just another day on the Hatchet Creek Railroad.
Now, what in the world does Scooby-Doo have anything to do with this?
Scooby-Doo. Man, that's ludicrous.
Alright, we're not doing the State Farm commercial.
And now we're say goodbye to Nesquehoning.
Oh, found a bear. That's a bit unbearable.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
he watches overall. There is, I believe, there are two, well, I would say there's one Easter egg on the route that I will leave to you to find out.
Oh.
The only hint I will give you is it is over, when you get to East Union, go down the Clinton branch, go to, cross the lake, and I think you'll find it. I think you'll find it.
Alright.
I think you'll...
Highland Winter Wolf, thank you for the subscription. Sax solo. I mean, but hold up. I want a good sax solo. Hold up, I got a good tune on here. Also, I'm not going to end stream. I'll just have to use something else for him. This song right here. Oh my goodness. Trainz, camera. Work with me here.
It's just. Oh, I should probably point out the obelisk that resides in the middle of the water is a miner's memorial to the men and women who died in the working in the mines.
That's really nice.
It's always just every time I see it, it's just been striking people. Like, what is that? I'm like, oh, it's just the obelisk that presides over the lake. Yeah, it's the miner's memorial.
Big memorial, that's nice.
All of Crystal Falls was kind of designed it's all really was designed as a retreat for the miners. So the president of the company of the railroad owned the house that is up there on the hill, and this was his estate that Crystal Falls is built upon. Oh, cool. This is fix that. As we cross. Cool. I unplugged my mic. Anyway, as we go over the bridge, I'm gonna run to the bathroom, so I will be right back.
Go ahead. It is very, very lovely. And I'm honored these guys thought of me to help, you know, get the word out. This goes out to everybody that has helped come together to help put this together. This is for everyone for Switchback, the Huntington shops. Everybody that has helped made this come to life. This is for you. Make a wish, honey. Boiler 2 failure. Oh no. So much trust in all that wood. Well, you know, they were both the last back then, okay? Someone understood physics. Back at the 15 now we are. The scenery is just absolutely beautiful. So again, my hat goes off to all you guys. Shirley, Allegheny. I never got to play on V1 or V2 because I'm not much of a steamer myself or a transition era kind of guy. But when it comes to stuff like this that actually puts you and immerses you into the world, I like that. That is really nice. So I'm really glad that they put all this together and included me on it. Used me as a test dummy today.
I always use you as
Hello,
a
I'm
test
back.
dummy with Steam.
That's true.
Hello, I apologize. My internet died earlier,
No, you're fine.
and I just got it back.
Well, welcome back. And welcome in, Chance.
Merry Chrysler, everybody.
Merry Chrysler.
Are you doing all 4 sessions, or are you just gonna play the one?
I'm gonna play the one for right now because it's already an hour
Okay.
and 38 minutes long. If there's
Yeah,
enough time
they're
after
pretty
this
long.
session, I might try to do another. But it's
They're pretty
like
long,
I don't
so.
want to get too late into the night because I also got stuff that I gotta do tonight.
Oh yeah.
But this was a nice way to introduce everyone and show everyone the entirety of the root project in itself.
Oh yeah.
Chance, we were talking crap about you, Ugg. I'm talking about you, not to you. I mean, shit.
That's okay, Chris. I'm used to it. Everyone else.
No, like I was just saying that now that I've now that I have successfully won the battle of getting you back into Trainz.
Fuck you, by the way.
How would you feel about Shays? that's the reaction I thought I'd get.
I love Shays. They're a pain in the ass.
It's just that I got to thinking a while ago. There's not really that much of new age models of a Shay for Trainz.
I mean, the newest model that you're probably going to find is probably Green Coast's absolutely dog shit Western Maryland Shay 6.
Can you
now, I think
refrain
it's
from calling other creators that on stream?
No.
I was gonna say, like,
because
this is
I know
kind
that
of like
creator
our thing, so like,
Yeah.
don't be.
Yeah, please.
Now,
Don't-
Zapper Jet's Shay 6, I think someone put that on the DLS. It's old, but it's good.
Yeah.
And then I think it's the Switchback who has all the new shades.
No, we don't have any Shays.
Okay, then maybe it's.
You're thinking of Huntington.
Huntington, that's right. Huntington has Shays.
Yeah.
I have enough stuff and good references to do them somewhat soon. All I can say is stay tuned THS for your goodies in the future. Ooh, that'd be cool.
Oh, and then Trainz Forge has the Willamette, whatever you want to call it, and the Climax. No one's done a good Heisler. Now, why are you intrigued about Shays?
It's just we was just talking about narrow gauge railroading and when it comes to narrow gauge railroading, especially narrow gauge steam, I just keep getting reminded of Cass, really.
Yeah. I have a dem for Cass.
You have a dem for Cass?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Custom made and everything.
Every time that I've tried to do anything dem-wise, I kind of just fall apart because it's just, I don't know. Me and dems just don't mix. I don't know.
And you know, this might. I don't know if this will change people's opinion from this, but this route is actually the terrain for this was generated by Trainz. This is Trainz generated terrain.
It's Trainz generated terrain?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
What whistle was on that 484?
It is a
Steamboat whistle.
Illinois. It's an Illinois Central steamboat whistle.
Oh,
Okay,
I didn't
that's
hear.
why it sounds familiar.
I didn't hear steamboat. I thought you just said it's a steam whistle. I'm like,
No, it's a steamboat.
Sure is.
Fucking Brahmin chat. Brahm says, I have enough stuff and good references to do them somewhat soon.
Yeah, I read it
All
already.
I can say is stay tuned.
Yeah, you read it already.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. I was not paying attention. I was very involved in my beef jerky.
In your beef jerky. But yes,
Right.
ladies and gentlemen, like this is V3. If you've already played on V2 and version 1 for the previous versions of Trainz, obviously, if you couldn't tell, it got kind of beefed. And I'm like, I'm not gonna lie. Again, this is because I'm not much of a transitional or a steam railroader on Trainz. It just never been really my forte. But like, I really like what you guys are doing with this. I really like the scenery. I love the sounds. I love the visuals. Everything about this so far is really speaking a lot. And to me, especially where you also included these sessions. See, that's the stuff right there. When it comes to sessions, I love doing like little generated sessions and stuff because when people take the time to build stuff like this and it gets you immersed into the railroad, that's what I like. When you're telling a story with your route itself. Me personally, as a fellow Trainz creator, I've done one session before in my lifetime, and I don't know. I'll probably do more in the future for my own projects, but it's I don't know. Sessions to me, it took me like I think 3 days to create that one session because I just kept it was just a learning curve for me because I've just never done anything like that before. But like with stuff like this, and you're telling a story with it, you're showing people the route, you're going from point A to point B, but with an objective. That right there is what gets me immersed into routes. No matter the era, no matter the area. But that's why 90% of the time that, like, for anybody that is wondering about me personally, I'm most of the time a modern railroader because modern's pretty straightforward. But this right here, when you guys created these sessions like this, I'm dumbfounded. This is beautiful.
All right, chats. So you heard them. We got to get them into the transition era.
And the other thing is, you don't really. The other thing is, since this is like end of common carrier, you still have diesel operations.
Yeah.
So you get the balance of both steam and diesel.
Oh, Chris, question.
Mm-hmm.
So you said the modern is straightforward.
Pretty much.
So what is the difference with Steam? in your
I-
opinion?
I understand the modern side because that's what I've studied, that's what I grew up with. A lot of you guys, yeah, you took to a liking to the Steam area, but you've also studied it a lot, and the transition era a lot. You guys have done that studying and that homework. I have not. The reason why it comes to the modern stuff is so natural to me is because that's what I grew up with. That's what I studied. I don't know.
What if I told you? What if I told you I never actually studied it?
All right,
I just like Steam engines.
all right. Diagram man.
No, that's my old name.
Let's see. Which way is the sun facing? It's facing this way, so. Hello,
Also,
Dennis.
I did want to point out, real quick. I know it's been a little bit further up in the chat now, but I did want to point out that they were talking about the terrain. It's not HD terrain. It's actually been in Trainz for a long time. You just go to your topography tools, you go to advanced, and you can select, you know, how many baseboards or whatever, and you can select from like a preset number of terrain preset like height
I know
maps.
what
guess
you're
they'd be.
talking about. Yeah,
Yeah, but that's what I did for this route.
that's cool. I
That's
haven't used
for
that
the
in a
original.
long time.
Yeah, so actually I think even if you zoom out, like way out, like into the map view, you can see like where, because it's not always perfect. It's very pixelated in some of the areas, or like very bitty, kinda.
Well, and if you try to stack the generations, they just flatten one another.
Right.
That's always been a pain.
But that's how this route was originally made, but you would never tell. Like, unless you really looked, you would never tell that that's how I made the train.
Yeah, all right. That's cool. That's really well done.
God damn it.
And,
Well,
and bringing
time
it,
for
bringing it to life and stuff. That's really cool.
All right, everyone, time for Conway to get a 4884.
All right, let's see. About to come up to these bridges, which I really like the view from these bridges, especially like. Let's see, especially if we get down lower, because I'm pretty sure I've seen clips of something somewhere before in my past. It's just engraved in my memory of like being down lower on a bridge here like this, and. Also, Rock, if we're in a Discord call anytime after, well, because I'll be busy with family stuff tomorrow, but like I have to go back to work on Thursday, and I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday this week. If you're available, I'll show you what he's talking about on, or unless you want to, or unless you can find it yourself, I'll show you what he's talking about. What you can do with it on Monday in Discord or something. Because after this stream, I'm not gonna lie, I think there will be maybe one more stream of the year, and then I'd probably put her in. I'd probably put it to bed for this year.
So, Chris, I got to thinking just now. I know, dangerous thought. I think I know if CES was to have like a, you know, a heritage program. So I think I know.
We kind of do.
Feel.
But
I'm not talking Conway Stage.
Huh? We'll discuss it a little bit later. Let me
Yeah.
do this. I'm highly focused on this right now. Chased a Virginian today. Very nice.
I will say, I do have to thank, I have to thank Trainz Forge for their track and those bridges. All the rail infrastructure on this is pretty much theirs. I'm really glad that we have some nice stuff to use.
That is very,
Is it
very
custom
pretty.
made,
Yeah.
or is it all modular? In terms of, like,
No,
the
that's
rails
all.
and
It's all available. No, all the rails, all the bridges, everything is all available on Trainz Forge. It's all like their.
Oh, okay, so it's custom.
Yeah, but it's like public links. It's
It's-
not custom in the traditional sense of like.
It's not built specifically for
Private, I
this
guess.
route. It is available for everyone, just from Trainz.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's from their like their 2-foot stuff,
Alright.
No.
or 30-inch stuff rather.
Well,
Yeah.
they did like track packs like however long ago, and they did like 2-foot, 30-inch, 36-inch, and standard gauge. And
Alright,
this is
I
the
did-
30-inch.
Oh, I didn't even know they did 30-inch in that pack. I was only aware of the narrow gauge and the standard.
Nope, they did the
Interesting.
30-inch.
Also, Swirly, if you have your timer out ready to go, I've turned F5 back on. Now that we're getting ready to come to a stop.
I've got my pen. I have
I'll-
everything marked.
And also, you said to go up towards the lake, right? Go past the lake. When our train comes to a stop, I'll do that. See if we can't find it.
I'm gonna lead. There's a couple Easter eggs on the route, and I'll let you into the one that's obvious. It can be pretty obvious. The other ones you'll have to wait until the routes video is done for a little more context.
Can you tell them where Herbie is?
No.
Okay.
Just fun.
Oh, so, okay.
Now you know.
I will say it's nice to finally see someone doing something with Ben's 30-inch stuff.
Oh, you've been doing. I mean, how long has Hatchet been a thing? It's been what, 3 years?
Yeah, no, I mean, I
4.
know you've been doing it for a while.
4?
It's just before you did, no one really used or shown off his 30-inch stuff before.
Well,
you started
Brom was.
Hatchet.
Well, Brom was redoing this 30-inch stuff anyways, and that's what made us want to do Hatchet in the first place. Is we
Yeah,
were
Brom
originally
was
going to make
really-
something for him to just take screenshots on, and then we also came up with all of this.
Yeah, Brom was really integral in all this. Like, literally, that's what gave us the idea. That's what gave me the idea to do Hatchet to begin with. Brom had taken all the 30-inch stuff and he'd started scripting it and doing all these really, really nice upgrades to them and doing good texturing and all this. And I said, this is really good, but there's nothing to run it all on. There's no route, there's no anything. So I just decided, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make a route for it.
I'm just gonna
What
make a
kind
route
of
for it.
So, right, so that's how Hatchet started. That was the... We didn't have an idea, there was no anything, we just came up with all that afterwards. I wanted a route to show off and have something for Brom's engines because I felt they were really nice and they needed somewhere to go. So,
Oh, I'm fine.
and I will say, as well, he didn't. I don't think he ever did the Mikados in the original pack, did he, Eric?
No.
No. So I myself took it upon myself the liberty to work on the Mikados and the Prairie from Neil's 30-inch stuff. That will be coming out around the same time. I don't know for sure. I haven't really fully communicated that with Brom yet when the Mikado pack is going to come out. But that also includes a custom engine which has nameplates because we did a Discord vote on what name the engine should be and all that, and I had Brom make a custom plate. So that comes in the Mikado pack. So.
Oh, so kind of like the Boston and Maine with their 462s.
Yeah. Yeah. How they're named.
I'm not familiar, so maybe.
No, remember like the Constitution?
Oh
It
yeah.
has the nameplate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like.
Oh,
So,
wow.
But the amount of lore that we have written for Hatchet is it's a rabbit hole, to say the least.
Oh, there's like that open spot near the mine. Huh? Go by the mine.
Oh, what the? Oh, someone's been caught for some crack cocaine.
Well, who's the detective on scene? Who's the lieutenant? Where's the lieutenant?
I'm not sure he's gonna understand here.
No, I don't think I am.
See, there should be a 2D image of
Oh,
over
wait.
there.
What the hell? That's great.
It's cool.
It's Columbo.
Hell. That's a beautiful scene,
You
though.
get-
But I hate how these things are landlocked.
Columbo.
Columbo. I ran into issues with the scripting.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
when
so
we
when-
released V1, he was having issues with the actual engine, so they didn't come out with V1. They came out with V2. on
No,
THS.
that's not what he was referring to, Eric. He's referring to
Oh.
the Mikados.
Oh, my bad.
So when Braum released the initial 30-inch pack, he did not release the Mikados or the Prairie. So all I did was I applied his scripting to them. I just removed the cylinder steam particle effects because that's what was causing issues. He's having problems with those. So I just removed the attachment points.
So I gotta give,
Oh.
since all of you guys were AFK back when I done it initially anyway. I didn't mean for that to rhyme. But, again, I want to give you all a shout out for everybody that made this come together. Obviously, Allegheny and Shirley for the route and how it's coming together so far. And then to our friends over at the back shop. The rest is spaghetti, never forget. At the Huntington shop. For the locomotives and stuff, because this out here is just absolutely gorgeous. And with it all coming together, I'm loving every minute of it.
I said it to Austin a little while ago. This is what we've always wanted Hatchet to be. This is
Yeah, this is
like everything has come together.
I feel like this is our magnum opus of Hatchet.
I love how bright that light is on that locomotive, or how bright it seems. I don't know. It just
Right.
it feels.
Yeah, it's the Corona effect. Yeah.
And I love how it's giving us a little bit of a steam show here. I wasn't expecting that.
I think it's because you're under 5 miles an hour.
Yeah, I am.
That's why I chose it to be exactly 5, because at exactly 5, the cylinder, that's like right before the cylinder particle effect starts, so.
We'll just take it that she's giving us a little bit of a show right now.
Yeah, they're just blowing out the cylinders.
That is. And again, thank you to all of you guys for at least for including me in here on this. I really do appreciate this. This is beautiful.
I figured, let you check it out, get a little taste. No, I figured you would jump or
Good
grab
to
it.
have someone beta. 'Cause you're basically beta testing it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You figured I'd jump around and do what?
I figured you would have just jumped onto like the coal trains and would have been like, all right, let's go. This is.
I am having fun just doing this right here, to be honest with you.
Well, that's good. I'm glad. See, my biggest
Yeah.
thing with this route is I'm always really afraid that people are gonna get bored of this route, just because of what it is. You're not flying down a main line at 45, 50 miles an hour. You're not in a big yard. But I think that's what's special about Hatchet is it's got its own charm. It's got,
Exactly.
it's something different.
It's slow. It's slower. It's relaxed.
It's little.
It's a,
Yeah, it's just.
And as I've told Eric, Chris, like, how long have you been doing this for now? Like over an hour?
almost
like an
2
hour-
hours. We're hitting 2 hours. Right
Almost
now.
2 hours. like, does this route, and the thing is this route is only a couple baseboards. Like, this route feels so much bigger than what it is.
Right.
And I'm so glad that we were able to pull that off, because it's really interesting to me. That's something I never really expected to happen with Hatchet, is the fact that it just, how big it feels. The world feels larger than what it really is.
Man, I've been doing this all wrong. I need to make smaller stuff.
But and like I said earlier before my internet died, I do also, this isn't the end for Hatchet. I feel like this might be the end. This is the end of the history of Hatchet as like canon, because in my history it just ends in the like 80s and 90s. Like
Right.
it just lives happily ever after that. However, this isn't the end for Hatchet. There are still other routes, like the EBT branch. There is I actually want to try and do a southwest route eventually. I'm not saying soon, I'm not saying when. I do eventually want to do a southwest route where 2 of the Mikados were sent after. So when Hatchet got the Northerns, they scrapped all of their Mikados, or so thought. They actually sent 2 of them, were sold to a silver mine in Nevada, where Baldwin rebuilt them to outside frame and yada yada yada. So that's a route I'd like to make within this universe as well, which would be like the silver mine line in Nevada, where the 2 Mikados went.
That'd be cool.
So there's, like I said, it's the end of Hatchet, but not as we know it, Jim.
and like I said earlier, I want to update V2 to match this more, match the scenery of this a little more. And then an idea I thought about, I threw it out there. I always thought that it's always on the plate is doing like very early Hatchet, like 19, like turn of the
Yeah, that's
century
something I
Hatchet.
would be really interested in. Like doing an 1800s Hatchet would be very interesting.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like an original as-built railroad. I always thought that would be very nice. I have to say this. I got that idea from Chad, who has been doing his own pre-Civil War route, and it's made me really interested in that. Thinking that area would just be really nice to model.
Yeah, Chad's been doing really good on that route, I have to say. But yeah, kind of running out of things to say. I don't know.
Oh,
what
here,
to say.
something I can point out at the bottom of the grade here. You might notice there's two crosses nearby.
Oh yeah,
So-
There's 2 crosses. Yeah.
So that is a memorial from the families of the crew of number 8, which was the 2662 Mikado, Malay, excuse me. Malay that Hatchet Creek owned. It was the banking engine to get trains up this 4.5% grade. But one day, the couplers snapped between the lead locomotive and the helper locomotive on the front. The train, all the weight of the train was pushed onto the Malay, sending it down the grade, derailing on this curve and killing the 2 crewmen. So the family put a memorial here for them, and they are buried in Hatchet Creek, the graveyard up in Hatchet
Right.
Creek.
That's
And there's also if you go by the paint shop in Hatchet, that's why there's a Malay there, because it's the Malay that wrecked. So after it wrecked, they just threw it by the paint shop, and that's where it's been since like the 30s.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's just a boiler that sits there rusting. A little human cost. I like that because with the railroad taking such a steep grade over it, it shows the ultimate price you pay for cutting corners like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I will say, I don't know really if I should say just yet, but we are working on a new site as well. Me and Eric have been like trying our best to get that ready. not like new site as a new website like name, but like new site for TSP. I think didn't I send it? I think I sent it to you, Chris.
You did. You showed me little bits and
Yeah.
pieces of it. Yep. It looks really
I'm
good
hoping-
so far.
Yeah, I'm hoping it'll be the final iteration of the website. We've gone through like 4 or 5 different iterations. I'm ready. Let me tell you
3.
what. After this after this one, we have so much stuff to put up. I'm just like, I'm so tired of it.
3 hosts, 5 iterations.
I've went through 1 host with mine, which me and Z are thinking about redoing all of ours again. Be the 3rd iteration of it. Oh, this is fun.
I'm very glad that you're enjoying this, because I really am. Like,
I am too. Yeah, I'm really glad you're enjoying it. Because if someone like you who doesn't normally run this stuff is having a lot of fun, then
like this is like that just shows like this is
It
it's
shows
just
you that you guys
good.
have done your job. But this is
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm having a blast.
And there's still 3 other sessions for you to check out
Right.
as well.
and I told Eric to like it doesn't. There are opportunities to where I don't know. Maybe eventually we'll get bored of something and we'll make a session pack or something. You know,
There
like
you go.
there's more that you can do with this than just these 4 sessions.
Exactly.
I see these 4 sessions as a glimpse, as like a taste of something that you can do with a route.
Yeah, it's the look. Yeah, I like it because it's just it's a taste of what it's like on the railroad now. But there's still plenty more that goes on that we haven't explored yet. Like there's still stories, there's still days that are terrible that need lots of work done. That there's headaches, there's trouble that you need to fix.
There was a session I had an idea about, which is like a work train day where you have to build your work train out of Nesquehoning, and you have to stop at Mahoning and set off ballast wagons and go down to East Union and do some stuff there, and then down to Hatchet, like a whole like work train scenario. See, my thing is I don't know how to set up scenarios necessarily. I know how to add like moves and stuff, but I don't know how to put it all together like Eric does. That's Eric likes to do the sessions, so I
Yeah.
just let him do it.
Like I said earlier, I've only done one once, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is a headache!" Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of curse words over the last week.
Yeah.
It's weird. I wish it was a little more. I've said it before. I was telling Joe, approached me even about this. I was like, I wish it was a little more straightforward in terms of how like things should be ordered. That's not very clear on what order things need to be on the rules.
right.
Some things are indented, and then some things can be underneath of it, but some things have to be further indented. But there's no clear like setup for that. You just have to guess. I hope, but with living railroads coming around, I really do see a lot of potential in that, because I have it in one of the sessions here where the train just does stuff. I didn't give it any command, it just figured it all out. Like, it's really cool. So once that's a little more refined, I think AI in sessions will be a lot easier to just put trains down and let them go.
Well, I ended up only being 7 minutes late, so I guess I am better than Amtrak.
Honestly, that's probably within reason for Hatchet too. With the speed restrictions and everything.
Yeah. Now I have a better glimpse at times that things need to be around, so it can still technically be on time. Being late doesn't matter though, because being late just means the session just continues afterwards.
Exactly.
a city. We're getting there. I hope, I really do like the crossing sequence here. I really like the...
I do too.
This is...
I'm glad we found those, the thingamabobs, the crossing gates and stuff. Oh, look at that, the lights came on.
Lights are starting to come on. That's cool.
It's getting late out here. Just...
With the train empty, we'll turn around at the Y and head back to the station for the 1730.
Oh, Chris, did you set your switch for the Y?
Oh no! Where's the Y? That's the Y, isn't it?
Now you gotta go left.
Damn it! Done past it. We're gonna stop, boyo.
That's something too. I'm really happy because when Eric was doing the sessions, and, like playing the sessions, having the junctions named is such a simple quality of life improvement. Like instead of just having it like junction like 3 million whatever. Yeah, like actually having your junctions named is such a it's such a lifesaver and sometimes like time saver because you can actually see where you're going and not like trying to guess like, oh, I gotta which junction is this? Like
not use some numbers.
Right.
But yeah, I agree 100%. I've been trying to do the same, going back and naming each junction what it's supposed to be, what it corresponds with on my own stuff, you know, it's just...
It's a lot, yeah, like if you have a big route, a lot of, like a big yard, oh my gosh, it'd be a nightmare.
Yeah.
Hatchet, thankfully, isn't that big, so it literally took me like maybe 10 minutes maximum to name all the switches.
Yeah.
Do all that, so, but it was really good. See, this really gives, like, I love Hatchet so much, like, the town of Hatchet. It gives me, it exudes East Broad Top feel, and I love it.
I was about to say, do we have enough room on this Y?
East Broad Top before the trolley museum.
Oh yeah, you should. You should have enough room.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the marker is actually too far.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So the one thing I noticed, I don't know. I think you did this also. These switches, the radius for the lock on most of the switches is set to like the bare minimum, so the switches don't constantly get stuck under eye control.
You can do that?
Yeah, you can change the switch radius.
So when you go to like when you're in like track and like you have like the 3 icons at the top of the menu, if you go to the trigger one, the track marker one, in the bottom advanced settings, you can set the radius of track markers, triggers, and switches.
Wow.
So that's how the crossing at Hatchet works. Is I put down triggers for an ATLS system, but I shrunk the radius, so it's just within the stop board's reach. So you have to stop for the crossing to activate.
What's the story behind this little bridge?
So that used to go over to that little platform there. There was a building there, and that's where they would float. So before they had the railroad that went the whole way up to Nesquehoning, and there was a timber camp there at Nesquehoning. They would take the logs from Nesquehoning to Crystal Lake, and they would float the logs down the river to Hatchet, and then they would use that building to pull the logs out of the pond.
Wow.
Again, that's kind of represented in V1 and V2. I think if we did in 1800s though, you would actually see like the switchback, the switchback tracks from that go down to the actual log dump at the lake itself, because I never included any of that because by the time we were setting Hatchet, that would have all been like 1800s stuff. So.
Right.
Because by the time that V1 occurred, they were just taking trainloads of logs down from the camp.
Yeah, I like to imagine they do it's like one of those like wagon, like the railway. It's just wagons with horses. And they just
dragging stuff
Well, they
down
use-
that switchback.
Yeah, so how the road is at Crystal Lake, it's roughly the same exact stuff as what it's on top of what the rail bed was, basically. Where the road is at Crystal Falls, that is the road bed.
Yeah.
Also, real quick before I forget, hello to Golden Eye and Mother Slug. Happy holidays to you too as well. Good to have you.
I don't know why I can just never get enough of that whistle.
I
I
can't
love that whistle.
It is a really good whistle.
I've heard that whistle for years, but I never get tired of it.
I just love it. You leave the yard, you leave Hatchet Creek at 3 o'clock, and the yard is in a different state, and then you come back and it's in a different state. It's great.
That is pretty cool. You can tell that work's been being done in the background. Merry
Oh,
Christmas
Titus
to
is
you.
over there.
Huh?
Where's Titus?
I have Titus over in the shops there.
Oh, okay.
Yep, it's right there. There he is.
Oh wait, hold up. I'm gonna be cinematic for a second. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the song just came on, and I can't help but to get cinematic.
So this version of Hatchet is set in the, what is it? I think it's the early to late 70s.
I have it from the late 60s through the
Late
70s.
60s, yeah.
Through the 70s up until 1980. Like, exactly. Anything further would be too modern for the route.
Right.
In terms of, like, scenery. So yeah, I have it through, like, the 60s, like, through the 70s. That's when the Convulsions by, and that's when it all ends, so.
Right.
Dead. Technically, the state of the route you get is dormancy, quote unquote. This is when it's not common carrier but not tourist. But there's elements of both, so you can do both. Like the stations have people, but the mines are still active. Well, that's very cool.
I've never really run Hatchet at this time of day, but it does look very good.
can't do much with the lighting, sort of with the light pools and trains, just how lighting it works. There's no real point lighting system. You can't have light pools like that. It's kind of odd.
Oh, shit.
Just blasting them with steam.
Sorry, I got into...
Bro got a little
just
too into the cinematics.
Just a little bit.
Not necessarily. I wouldn't say a mod pod. It is based in an area. It's based in like the area that EBT is in, obviously because Hatchet Creek transfers with EBT. I did actually do a map. There's a map out there of the EBT, and I actually added Hatchet Creek to it. It is off of the EBT Hatchet Creek branch would have come off the, I think it's the east or south leg of the Robertsdale Y, and come down to a place called Gretna. I think it's Gretna or Grenada or something like that, and the interchange with Hatchet would have been slightly to the west of that area, if it was real. But again, I said it earlier in the stream, but I kind of went away for a while. I do plan on doing an EBT route to go along with Hatchet so that you finally have the complete picture of everything. I know we don't really have the stock for the EBT, like engine-wise. I know we have the hoppers from JR, but we don't really have the engines. I also plan on redoing the engines at some point I'm hoping with Brahm's help, like what he did similarly with the 30-inch stuff. If I have to do it myself, it's whatever. But I would like to revamp Neil's EBT stuff up to the same spec that the Hatchet Creek has been, the Hatchet Creek engines have been. And then you could run a Hatchet Creek train down to the transfer, unload all the coal, then jump into an EBT engine, load a whole train, and then take it to Robertsdale. So you could do like it just brings the whole thing to a nice round, I think. It lets you experience the whole operation of everything.
Yeah, it's 30-inch narrow gauge.
And I will say, I have gotten a lot of feedback and a lot of comments about it being 30-inch and not 36-inch like the EBT. That's kind of an artistic license with that, just because I wanted to use... It's all about the engines, really. This route exists because of the engines, because Brahm did this 30-inch pack. So, does it make sense realistically? No, not really. It probably would have been 36-inch if it was real. It probably would have just been part of the EBT. But because Brahm made these engines and the pack and everything, I wanted to have a route to run it on. I wanted to have something like the EBT, but not exactly. And so this is the culminated efforts of Brahm, myself, and Eric, is what you see.
We're a little plane. And it's
Yep.
still a absolutely well done, well lit project. I absolutely loved every minute of this, and I thank you guys again for letting me experience this.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Anytime,
Yeah.
anytime. You guys are awesome creators. You guys are awesome friends. We've known each other for quite a long time, and I will always support whatever you guys do. This also extends to our friends over at the Huntington shops. I may not get to talk to everybody all the time, but anytime that you guys want to show something off before you release it, I am always 100% down to do it. I don't care one bit. I enjoy it, and I have enjoyed every minute of this. But I unfortunately do have to jump off here. It's 9 o'clock, and I gotta go get some things done before Christmas Day tomorrow. Eric, I will be doing some more of these sessions as soon as I can. I don't think I'm gonna be back on Trainz realistically until next Monday, to be honest with you. But this has been absolutely fun. This is not dropping tomorrow. This is dropping when, guys? After New Year's?
I'd say a little after New Year's.
And that's not our. I mean, it is because we want to give people a quality video to go with a quality route, and we felt it was necessary to wait to get Danny Harmon's voiceover before releasing the route. Just we don't want to just push this out with nothing nice to go along with it. We just wanted to take the time to do something nice.
And plus, the video explains a lot of the story of Hatchet that I think people are greatly missing from the route itself, is the actual story of this little railroad and how it became to be.
It's always awesome to have Danny Harmon as a voice along.
Of course. Love Danny Harmon does amazing work. I don't think he needs I think everybody in the chat knows Danny Harmon does quality stuff.
He does absolutely quality stuff, exactly.
It's a great treat to always get him to do the voiceovers for us. It's always a treat.
Chris, I see in the chat somebody's asking who me and Eric are.
Yeah, so that is Allegheny. And,
hello.
And Swirly, both from the Switchback.
Hello.
Allegheny is who designed this route, and Swirly helped with the sessions and the scenery, correct? Or am I wrong?
Yeah, well, Eric, actually, I can't take almost any of the credit for all the scenery. That all has to go to Eric. I've been more of the creative, I would say the art director of the route.
There you go.
Yeah,
so
Austin came up with the lore, the railroad, the scene, all the iconography, all the stuff for it. He told me what to do in sessions and what to add in there, but I did the bulk of the scenery work and all the sessions.
Alcoholics Anonymous. Wait, Alcoholics Anonymous.
Alcoholics Anonymous.
Yeah, that was my original name in Discord. I think once upon a time or something.
Yep.
So, but yeah, so me, I'm like one part of the. I'm technically a co-owner. Eric is the original creator of the Switchback. So, but yeah.
But yeah, gentlemen, thanks again for letting me do this, and thank you too for also being here while I was doing this. It's been great to hear you guys explain everything as we've been going along, and then again, this has been really fun. Ladies and gentlemen, this is part 3 of the Hatchet Creek project, which will be available at the Switchback. If you don't know who they are, where have you been? But it's in the link in the description down below. Go check out all the other stuff they got going on their site. In fact, also go check out their YouTube channel as well. They also have had other videos done by Danny Harmon. Their most recent one was Saluda. Thank you. Brain dead there for a second. But that is going to be all for me. So again, thank you guys again for hanging out with us tonight. I hope everyone has a very, very Merry Christmas. And for anybody that is watching this after stream, then I hope you had a Merry Christmas or whatever. But make sure to like, comment on what you liked about it, and subscribe for more stuff just like this. But until we see each other next time, my friends, I will see you on down the line. Bye-bye! Now you two can say bye too, you know.
Oh, bye.
Merry Christmas, everybody, from us at the Switchback.
Yeah, have a good Christmas, everyone.